Millions of Indian students invest years of their lives preparing for a single defining test, like NEET or the Civil Services exam. For many, this test is the only realistic path to a medical degree or a secure government job. But imagine reaching test day, sitting down at that desk, and discovering the person next to you already bought the answers. This flowchart shows how the paper leak supply chain operates. Before the exam date, organized criminal syndicates bribe insiders at critical checkpoints. They usually intercept the materials at the printing press or a coaching center, and then distribute the stolen questions across hidden digital networks. By the time the physical question papers arrive at the actual testing centers under lock and key, the actual exam contents have already bypassed every physical security measure the government put in place. The breaking point hit during the 2026 NEET irregularities. Millions of students who had studied legitimately realized the race was rigged, sparking widespread protests across the country. When the integrity of the test collapses, the entire merit system collapses with it. Candidates are forced to stop focusing on their academic preparation and instead must constantly question whether the system they are trying to enter is actually fair. To fight these repeated breaches, the central government rolled out the Public Examinations Act of 2024. The law explicitly broadens the legal definition of unfair means to target organized leak networks. Anyone caught compromising an exam now faces heavy fines and up to 10 years in prison. To back that legal framework up, the Delhi police immediately formed a special task force operating under this new legislative act. Their sole mandate is to hunt down syndicates targeting major national institutions, like the Union Public Service Commission. On paper, this establishes a robust national strategy designed to bankrupt the highly profitable underground market of test stealing. This map highlights the core structural problem: jurisdictional friction. Central exam bodies rely on a strong national law, but enforcement fractures across dozens of uncoordinated state police forces. Because of this fragmentation, sluggish court proceedings allow criminal syndicates to outweight the legal system. Amid the ongoing NEET protests, Prime Minister Modi announced the creation of fast-track courts on July 23, 2026, specifically to patch this enforcement gap. These specialized courts completely bypass the traditional, clogged legal routes. The goal is to ensure that when the task force catches a leak syndicate, the legal consequences are delivered swiftly. Closing the enforcement gap is now a high-stakes race between the upgraded speed of the Indian justice system and the agility of organized crime. The mechanical defenses are now in place: a strict 2024 law, a dedicated national task force, and fast-track courts to process offenders. Yet the system faces a stubborn behavioral trap. Because a single medical seat or civil service rank represents a lifetime of status and security, the reward for a shortcut often outweighs the perceived legal risk. Human nature works against the regulators here. Officials face immense public and political pressure to deliver exam results on a tight schedule, which often prevents them from implementing the very safeguards needed to secure the process. Legislative crackdowns increase the cost of getting caught, but they do nothing to lower the demand for the stolen material. As long as the stakes for these tests remain all or nothing, syndicates will continue to find participants willing to gamble on a leak. Saving the merit system means acknowledging that legal escalation only treats the symptoms. Real integrity depends on whether the testing system can survive the weight of millions of people competing for results that are too valuable for the law to protect alone.